Everyone and their grandma has watched and loved Bridgerton, making it one of the most popular Netflix shows to date. But have you ever wondered how the actors who play the Bridgerton siblings get along in real life? Who made their co-stars break their character the most? And how did Jonathan and Simone Ashley approach their multiple steamy scenes? In today's video, we show you some of the funniest Bridgerton behind-the-scenes clips. This stuff is Regency England on acid. First up, how horse riding became the funniest thing on the sets of Bridgerton. Any actor who's worked with animals, or horses to be more precise, can swear that it's super fun and quite an interesting experience. And of course, since Bridgerton revolves around Regency England's high society, horse riding is a skill all noble Englishmen and women worth their high society salt must know. And we saw plenty of it by our charming Bridgerton men and women. But what if we told you that Lord Anthony Bridgerton's finesse on the screen is just pure illusion? He's so bad at it, you guys, that Jonathan Bailey's horse riding skills have made his fellow co-stars break character many times because of the hilarity of it. Apparently, every time Jonathan is on one, the horse starts going backwards. We've no idea how he managed to make it look so easy, but he's definitely been tricking us all this time with his seemingly brilliant horse riding skills. But he isn't the only one to have had a steep learning curve to overcome. Phoebe Denver, too, struggled a great deal with it. And to make matters worse, imagine riding a horse in those costumes. Bridgerton's high society English women are dressed in layers and layers of unending fabric along with some hard-to-carry accessories. Mad respect to Phoebe and all the ladies for being able to ride horses in such attire. And mad props to Regé-Jean Page for being so honest about his poor horse riding skills. I'm a city boy, I've driven horses on previous jobs, and rode a horse once in Texas. They're very different. Well, at least the Duke's been honest about it all along. Also, did you know that they're a big happy family? Now, horse riding isn't the only thing the actors had to learn. The whole cast also went on a 6-week boot camp to learn the art of the finer things in life, which is the mannerisms of the British nobility, of course. And since the team spent a lot of time together, did you know that they're pretty good friends in real life, too? Psst, if you bet on yes, you'd be better at gambling than Lord Featherington. They're all like a big happy family on the sets. Come on, have you seen the bunch's pictures together? You rarely ever see even real families look that happy. In real life, Phoebe sees Anthony as her big brother and has great respect for him. And Nicola Coughlan and Claudia Jessie are actually besties off the set too. In fact, the whole cast, or much of it, is a tightly knit group of friends, and this is why Nicola Coughlan had an amazing birthday on the sets of the show. It began with her getting a tiny cake while getting her makeup done in the dressing room. Later on, they all sang her happy birthday. The cast doesn't let go of any opportunity to show each other affection and how much they care for each other. And the Bridgerton brothers aren't as serious as they look either. Fans are always complaining about how the three older Bridgerton brothers always look so serious, broody, and oh so sophisticated, like your true high society English gentlemen on screen. But have you ever wondered how they actually behave off the screen? They're like a completely different team. You guys would be surprised to find out how much fun these men actually have behind the scenes. Luke Newton knows how to take late nights and early mornings with a pinch of salt. He loves singing random songs on the sets. But when the three are together, it's a party. They break out into songs periodically. It's a common thing. But this particular behind-the-scene clip where they sing Can't Help Falling in Love will leave you shocked at how amazing they actually sound. We've heard way too many versions of this song at this point, but we have to admit, this one has our hearts. Imagine a Bridgerton spin-off with these guys and their own choir. Swooning fest. Also, they love to dance. Apart from brotherly banter and a lot of singing, the cast often breaks into random dances. Or should we call it weird moves? Bridgerton may revolve around a lot of elegant ball dancing, but the cast is nothing like it. Take this clip shared by the show's choreographer Jack Murphy, for example. The footage of the Season 2 cast rap party, which gave us a glimpse of how much fun the cast actually has behind the scenes. The clip features the cast dancing away to Sister Sledge's We Are Family. It's a far cry from Regency-era London music when high society would have busted out their best dance moves to Mozart's piano sonatas. But it's something. Here's a little fun fact. Jonathan Bailey originally came up with the idea, and the cast would often join forces for the dance number to keep themselves entertained during long hours of filming. And what's a set without its pranks? This one's no exception. We all love watching our fave actors loosen up a bit and do regular people things. We mean, it's not like they aren't regular people, it's just that we perceive them as special people who aren't capable of doing regular people things. But most of them, barring the arrogant snobby ones, are just like you and us. On the sets of Bridgerton, Luke Newton and Luke Thompson are massive pranksters pranksters and love pulling each other's leg during the show's filming. In one such instance, Newton pranked Thompson when he wouldn't stop knocking at his door while he got ready for the scene, saying, "We laugh at each other because no one can hear us when they knock on our door and we say come." So he goes ahead to knock on his door to see how frustrated he got. Thompson opens his door with a look of annoyance and then breaks into a laughter with Newton. Also, what's the fun without snacks? And of course, while acting, dancing, pranking, and everything in between, one tends to get very hungry. So there's a lot of snacking behind the scenes. Harriet Kaines was caught hanging out behind the scenes, snacking away while the crew was setting up to begin filming. She can be seen behind a huge group of very serious-looking people, just hanging out in her very Regency-era outfit, snacking on some very 21st century potato chips while rustling the bag, which makes the clip all the more hilarious. And now, about the couple's chemistry. Bridgerton fans, and especially those who ship this duo, need to see this one. Pretty much like most fans of the show, we too love watching Kate and Anthony's chemistry on screen. The way he looks at her, the way their gazes meet, the way they touch, has us all swooning. You just can't deny that the two look amazing together, and their chemistry has fans wanting more. And well, they do get more. But guess what? As engaging as the duo's presence is on screen, the chemistry is still equally intense off screen. Don't believe us? Take a look at this clip of the two dancing to a song by Earth, Wind & Fire. Their chemistry is so insane and spot on in the show that they look even cuter and so very comfortable with each other during the behind-the-scenes dance session. It's just amazing how these dances transform into such beautifully choreographed performances in the final cut. Finally, their chemistry in bed. As Nicholas said, sit down and watch it with your family, but warn your granny beforehand. The PG nature of the Bridgerton scenes also has its own little secret. We'd never have imagined that romance back in the 19th century could be this steamy. Well, thanks to Bridgerton, we now know it could. You'd be surprised to know that the Grey's Anatomy and Scandal writer, director, and producer Shonda Rhimes is the one who brought Julia Quinn's novels to life. The Duke of Hastings has even been compared to Mr. Darcy or McDreamy. Seeing their banter and friendliness in real life, it doesn't look like Phoebe and Paige must have had a hard time, or any uncomfortable moments while filming the show's many steaming scenes. Like their very first one together, where we see them getting hot and heavy in the library. In fact, it wasn't just heated, it was very much blazing. Also, in case you're wondering about those steamy sex scenes, they might look pleasant and hot on screen, but they're actually quite funny on the sets. Because of course, they're not actually going at it. It's all highly choreographed with some very unusual props. Bet you've never heard of it, but apparently there's a thing called an inflated netball that goes between the actors during an intimate scene. So while we see that they're doing the nasty, it's just them awkwardly moving with a balloon-like thing rolling between them. Acting really is a tough job, isn't it? We'd never be able to pull off something like this without bursting into monstrous cackles. And that's a wrap for this video. What's your most favorite behind-the-scenes blooper from Bridgerton? Comment below and let us know. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more. See you in the next one.